Hey y'all, it's Kayla Shay and welcome back to Me and Jesus, where I get to know you, you get to know me, and we get to know Jesus. I'm sure y'all can relate. Have you ever been scared to do something you're passionate about or to start something new just to put yourself out there? All this excitement and then the negative thoughts start to roll in. You may think, who's going to buy my products? Who's going to watch? Who's going to listen? Is this even going to be successful? You counted yourself out before you gave you a chance. The only thing stopping you from starting is you. So you'll never know until you do it. So since the beginning of 2019, I have heard the same message about 3 different times in 3 different versions. So, as our parents, when we were younger, they would tell us to do something more than once. About the 3rd time, you even got lucky to a 3rd time. About the 3rd time, you had to get off your butt, stop what you were doing, and get to it right now before you got in major trouble. So for me, God is telling me, you need to get it together. You need to do it right now, or what's coming next is something that you're not going to want to experience. The release series, the second was in a sermon titled Looking Forward to It, and the third was titled Dig In, which was just recently a sermon during our Lenten services. So just to sum up what I gathered from these messages, of course they all taught different things in different ways, but there was one common message that I received that I want to share with you guys. So basically, what I took away from it was that God wants to move in our lives, so we just gotta let Him. It's just that simple. We have to give Him the authority, the allowance to come in our lives and change and move throughout us. And then we have to get past the old things, that He cannot bless us with new things if we can't let go of the old ones, because there will be no space in our hearts and our minds, body, soul, and spirit to receive new blessings. And that the change in you is going to bring forth the blessing. And also that there's going to be many things revealed unto us this year. We have no telling of when, where, or how it's going to be revealed. But this year, anticipate and look forward to great things happening in 2019. So on a more personal level, these messages have showed me that I need to get more proactive about allowing God to take complete and total control of my life, and to let Him move inside of me and cleanse me of my old ways and my old habits, so I can be molded into a brand new person, so I can walk in my purpose with confidence. And also to forgive myself of my shortcomings, forgive myself of the things that I allowed upon my life, people I allowed in my life, situations I put myself in that did not benefit me or were outside the will of God. And that I also need to stop holding on to old things, because the more I do that, I'm progressively delaying the process of receiving new blessings, and that's not what God wants. Most importantly for me, and that I know other people may have struggled with, is letting God take control over your life. Often because we're human, we think that we're letting God do something, but we're still being a backseat driver, a passenger driver. That's not how it works. It's kind of like when we're driving. We have the steering wheel in our hands, and we determine where we're going to turn, where we're going to back up, when we're going to stop, when we're going to go forward. But just like life, there's a season for everything. We don't know how we're going to react and respond in the case that there's snow under our tires, that there's rain under our tires. And because sometimes I know for me, I never spun wildly out of control, but I've spun out of control just enough to strike a little bit of fear in me. And as we've been taught, is to pump our brakes. But in that moment of fear, you're probably not going to respond the correct way in which you were taught. So at that point, anything can happen, and you can't control if someone's gonna sideswipe you, if someone's gonna cut you off, if someone's gonna come to a dead stop, or hit you from the rear. And even for ourselves, we may short stop, we may miss our turn and pump our brakes out of control instead of continuing to go. We may go the wrong way. Our GPS may start acting funny. So I say that to say is, when we're in control of our life, we are open to an array of possibilities. Some things may be great, some things may be super bad. But when we're in control, we don't know how we're going to respond. We don't know what's going to happen. Things come from left, right, front, and the back, and we don't know what we're going to do. When it comes to doing what God has called you to do, it's not going to be easy. With When you have purpose, there's going to be an attack on your life, whether you like it or not. Whether you want it or not, you can't duck and dodge it. It's gonna happen. It's just the way it is. The devil is never happy when we're aligned with God, when we're actually taking heed to what God wants us to do, when we are following his footsteps, when we are staying inside of his will. So with that being said, you need God to be in control over your life, because you can only handle but so much. God gives us that small ounce of hope at times when we feel the most hopeless. God gives us that small ounce of strength when we feel like we have nothing left. God qualifies us when we feel we are unqualified, when those around us feel we are unqualified. And that's all you really need, is the love of God, the strength of God, the hope of God, the trust of God. So I said you need to meet the vision that God gives you with faith, because it's going to feel like you do not have what it takes at times. Not saying it's going to be every day, but specifically when you are trying to start something new, that's when you feel the worst about whatever it is. Some people are blessed with the impeccable gift of confidence, and I really bless you guys with that. But you never know what people go through when they are starting something new. The biggest thing is do it now. Do it while you're scared. I saw this post. It said, do it while you're scared. Do it while you're broke. Do it while you're alone. Because if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. I know we've all been there. We said we're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to work out tomorrow. We're going to start eating right tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into 5 years, 25 years, 30, 40 years. And we don't want to get to that point. If you already prayed about it, if God brought the vision to you, I promise he will give you everything that is required to produce fruit from this vision. But you have to meet it with faith, and you have to really learn to trust yourself to just get out there and start. Because there's a billion people on this planet. If you know in your heart that you have a gift and a talent and a service that someone else can benefit from, you've already won. You just have to figure out that game plan and how to start it and how to put yourself out there. It all starts with one video. It all starts with one post. It all starts with one hello. And just introduce yourself and really advocate for yourself and promote yourself, because no one knows what you want to do more than you. And I know for me, starting my mentoring program and even making my first video, I've had YouTube for maybe 10 years, and I was like, I'm never gonna post a video on here. But the relief in all of this was posting the first video, actually doing it. And that is the hardest part, is actually just starting. Everything's gonna be on a grand scale. Your services may be provided to only 30 people, but those 30 people will be loyal and can help you pay your bills and help you live a fruitful life. But some of you guys may provide service to millions of people, and that will help sustain you. But it all depends on what God called you to do. You may be called to go be a missionary for 2-3 years. I don't know. It's whatever God has called you to. But when you are working on starting something new, you need God to take control, or you will lose control, and that's not what we want. So this is a call of action. I want y'all to get to it this year. Do what you gotta do. Work hard. Trust in God. Get to know God a lot better outside of church. Really have that one-on-one relationship with him. Be around people who have the same desires as you. Be around people who have the same vision of you. Be around someone who's already doing what you aspire to do. You are called and you are qualified. So let's get to it. If y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up, comment, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you for watching another episode of You, Me, and Jesus, where I get to know you, you get to know me, and we get to know Jesus. See you next week for Talk Back Thursday.
Want to be how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
We can't have another bad year. You've got to get to the point where enough is enough.
It's much easier to come up with excuses and why you can't do it. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard.